I came face to face with a toad the size of a tank spotting its prey. It shot out its tongue like a cannonball, and I hit the dirt just in time to dodge it. A dog bolted out of nowhere, but I didn't have a second to spare. I took off running. Before I'd gone more than a few steps, the toad's tongue latched onto my calf, yanking me toward its mouth. I struggled like crazy, but it was no use. In the nick of time, that dog sank its teeth into the toad's tongue. The toad yelped in pain and let go. I scrambled over a fence, never expecting the toad to leave the pond and chase after me. I followed the dog later. I named him Xiaohei, Little Black, onto a school bus, and the toad, too slow to keep up, lost our trail. To repay Xiaohei for saving my life, I decided to take him with me. As I was studying a map, my foot slipped, and I tumbled into a deep pit filled with giant beast bones and small holes. A sandworm as thick as my thigh shot out. I grabbed a beast bone, glancing left and right, but didn't dare attack. Just then, a snake-like rope dropped down. It was a passing hunter uncle coming to my rescue. But as he pulled me up, a giant bug bit my leg. Lucky for me, my jeans were thick enough, and I shook it off. As soon as I climbed out, a little girl tossed a grenade into the pit and mocked me, saying my scream sounded like a girl's. When they heard I'd bravely left the bunker for love, the hunter, uncle, and the little girl decided to lend me a hand. Along the way, the uncle patiently taught me wilderness survival skills, the weaknesses of various monsters, and how to identify detoxifying herbs. The little girl trained me to shoot arrows accurately. After just a few days of their careful guidance, my skills improved by leaps and bounds. All good things must come to an end. After we parted ways, Xiaohei and I set off again. We walked into a lifeless forest, and Xiaohei suddenly grew agitated, hiding under a statue. I was confused when several tentacles shot out of the ground. I spun around to see a giant centipede, as long as a dragon, bursting out of the dirt. It tapped my bow and arrow, then swatted me away with its tail. It coiled around Xiaohei, who was hiding next to a rubber duck toy, and opened its mouth, ready to stab him with its tongue. In the blink of an eye, I conquered my fear. I raised my bow, roared to get the centipede's attention, and took aim. One arrow took it down. After defeating the monster, I felt more confident than ever. Continuing on, I reached the edge of the forest and froze at the sight of a massive crater. Just looking at the giant hole where the monster came and went, I knew it was no pushover. I was about to turn around when I saw a mound of dirt moving fast. I froze for a second, then grabbed a toy off the ground and threw it in the opposite direction. The huge monster burst out of the earth, and Xiaohei and I fled as a grenade. I tumbled down a hillside, grabbed a grenade from my backpack, and waited for the monster to charge. When it opened its mouth, I tossed the grenade inside it, blew the monster to smithereens, and the shockwave sent me flying into the water. I thought the danger was over, but when I climbed onto the opposite bank, my arm suddenly erupted in excruciating pain, and my face twisted